come to the third part. The girl has written, I don't want to just jot down the facts in this diary the way most people do, but I want the diary to be my friend and I'm going to call this friend Kitty. So underline. So the girl wants to say that she would from this time onwards call the diary Kitty as a dear friend of her. She just don't want to jot down the facts of her life, that on this day it has happened this thing, it has happened that thing, this thing, that thing, 1, 2, 3, 4. She just doesn't want to write in this way. She wants to express her own emotions and feelings through before this diary, as if that the diary was her best friend. Since no one would understand a word of my stories to Kitty if I were to plunge right in, I would like to provide a brief sketch of my life. So before writing anything, she would like to give us a brief sketch of her life. My father didn't marry my mother until he was 36 and my mother 25. Margot was born in Frankfurt am Main in 1926. I was born on 12 June 1929. Because we were Jews, my father emigrated to Holland in 1933. Margot and I were sent to Aachen to stay with her grandmother. Margot went to Holland in December and I joined in February. I started right away at the Montessori Nursery School in the 6th form. My teacher was Mrs. Coupedes, the headmistress. At the end of the year, we both were in tears as we said a heartbreaking farewell because I would been accepted at the Jews' Laquam. In the summer of 1941, Grandma fell ill and had to have an operation, so my birthday passed with little celebration. Grandma died in January 1942. No one knows how often I think of her and still her love. The four of us are still doing well, and that brings us to the present date of 28th June 1942 and the solemn dedication of my diary. Yours, Anna. So here we have a poignant or very sorrowful tale of the speaker's life. The speaker here wants to tell us that she and her sister both were sent to school, and she has also mentions the name of the headmistress there, but they were forced to leave the school because Hitler declared that Jews or Jew children would not be allowed to come to school, so they were forced to leave the school. And they are in their family, they had father, mother, two sisters, and their grandmother were also with them. But in the year 1942, grandmother died because of her illness, and this death of grandmother touched the little girl very much, and therefore she wrote this her emotions in this diary. Next come to the next diary, where the entry date has been given Sunday 20th June 1942. Dearest Kitty. Here the diary has been addressed as a friend, dearest Kitty. Our entire class is quaking in its boot. The reason is the forthcoming meeting in which teachers decide who will move up to the next form and who will be kept back. If you ask me, there are so many dummies that about a quarter of the class should be kept back, but teachers as the most unpredictable creatures of the earth. So please underline this. This is a funny expression about teachers. The girl wants to tell us a part or a slice of her school life, and it is here expressed the day of collecting report card or the day when their annual examination result was published. And on that day, all the girls and boys used to arrive in their classroom, and then the teacher used to enter, and she would declare, as if the roll on, this girl would pass and move to the next class. Roll 2, no, she have to stay in the same class. So before the declarations of the teacher, all the students are in quite tense mood. All depends on the words that would be said by the teacher. So in a funny way, the girl has told that the teachers were most unpredictable creature because they could not predict what the teacher would declare on this day, that he would pass, he would fail, etc., etc. Okay. I got along pretty well with all my teachers. There are 9 of them, 7 men and 2 women. Mr. Kessing, the old fogey who teaches math, was annoyed with me for ages, for I talk too much. That is, from this type we have a funny mentionings that the maths teacher was annoyed against the girl because she used to talk too much in the class. So as the girl has already mentioned earlier that her name was Chatterbox, so he used to talk too much. Therefore, what the teacher said, I talk too much. After several warnings, he assigned me some extra homework, an essay on the subject, a chatterbox. A chatterbox, what can you write about that? I would worry about the letter. I decided and tried to keep quiet. So the teacher was also very funny and interesting. He had given her a punishment to write an essay on chatterbox, that is reflecting her nature. That evening, after I would finish the rest of my homework, the note about the essay caught my eye. I began thinking about the subjects. Anyone could ramble on and leave big space between words, but the trick was to come up with the convincing arguments to prove the necessity of talking. So the teacher has given her a funny task that she would have to justify herself why she used to talk too much in the class. I thought, and suddenly I had an idea. I argued in my 3-paper essay that talking is inherent, so underline it, is an inherent, and that I would do my best to keep it under control, but I would never be able to cure myself of the habit, since my mother talked as much as I did, and that is not much as you can do about inherent. So the girl's argument that talking too much was my inherent, as my mother used to talk too much. Therefore, I tried to be quiet in the classroom, but all the time it would not be possible because no one could control the inherent trait of one. So that was the argument placed by the girl for talking too much in maths class. Thank you. Come wait for the next video.